Thank you so much, Alex. Yes, and
site here, and he's just like, listen, we're just going to be constantly aggressive. We're not going to be afraid of any fight. Let's just move forward.
Yeah.
Let's just take every fight that's presented and let's just overwhelm them. And Vitality, to their credit, stood their ground very, very well. That smoke from Apex was maybe a second late. That would have been much more effective if he's able to get it out a bit earlier. But the good news is, Anders,
go on.
You got another kill with the dualies, and NBK has picked them up to bring them into the next round.
How would they lose now?
All right, that seems a little bit unreasonable.
Doesn't take much, Moses. I'm out. No.
Yeah, you're done.
It's no. I mean, I agree the smoke could have been earlier, but I can't really blame Apex for not seeing that coming. Like that's so quick.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to criticize him for that. I just, you know, that smoke goes down and splits up the hit a little bit more. He can take a deeper angle, and maybe they don't get as many players swinging so wide with those Glocks. Oh, they're going to go right up mid. NBK's turned around, but the crossfire so perfect.
Wow.
Oh, this is one you can criticize. We've talked about this a number of times, and I mean, it's not a perfect science, obviously, but when you force bind that second round with rifles and to go up through a smoke at 1:20 in the round.
Yeah, you know, obviously trying to keep up that pressure, right?
Yes.
But if you actually looked at the gun situation at the beginning of that round, it wasn't even obvious who had won the pistol. Like, it looked like actually ENCE might have had slightly better weaponry. Now they've got 5 grenades. I like this. I just love the idea. Let's do it.
I think it's. I would imagine it's going to be towards the B bomb site. Here they are turning left. Apex is going to swing into it. No, he's not. He actually stays away. But if they bounce it off the wall, he could do damage. And look at all the HP return. Oh, there's the orc nade from Alex. 3 kills. And the Galil to finish off the 4th. It is just a utility battle.
That wasn't a grenade, that was a nuclear bomb. He just absolutely destroyed the whole team. I can't believe it. Oh man, the replay of that is going to be interesting. Alexi B, 1 versus 4, obviously still, you know, any amount of damage would be amazing, but that is so stupid.
Just the exchange, the barrage of grenades back and forth.
If Apex, I mean, you're absolutely right. If he had gone right instead of left, if he hadn't gone to sandbags, but if he had moved forward towards the card, that would have been bad.
Well, Alexi, all that's left as he starts running is to go down.
Just hold on. Just let's see if we can get it, because that was way too much. That really does not happen. You know, even double grenades are kind of rare.
That was Alex, correct? They got the triple kill?
It was Alex,
He's got 210 utility damage.
That's pretty good. Let's get it up there. Okay, let's see. Here we go. There's the grenade.
Right off the wall.
That's amazing. They actually stood like back to back as well. Like it's like they were all grouped up to catch it. Wonderful.
Lovely stuff.
We do like to see that. And now we're back to business here. Oh, that actually looked like it was going to be a great push. Alex continuing. If he goes down, well, there is actually a secondary player here, or a third player, I guess. Still, want to be very careful about continuing that fight for too long. What they're doing now is just so dangerous, and
yeah,
that's why.
That's exactly why. That smoke just clearing at the inopportune moment. Maybe just didn't have the timing on it. Now, will they expect him to be behind the car? That's a pretty cheeky play, and it's a good thing he fell back, because they naded, they spammed. And now NBK done on the other side of the map means that Aero can get way more aggressive and start trying to find things. Spots one inside the site, and that would have been a great kill for RPK to have, and he hunts it down, but he's going to get pressured. Smoke, and both Vitality players are here. Alex is going to come through the smoke, but RPK is just going to finish it off. 4 kills. And Alex didn't even need to get involved in Apex. Normally, headsets off is a technical pause, but here it just means Apex is so hyped.
I do just love Apex. It's just all the great pictures and reactions that we get out of him, and he's good at the game. It's really valuable, I feel like.
I mean, you called out RPK for his ability and his skills, and how you didn't see them come to fruition. This is such a great sequence from him to hold on to that bomb site.
Yeah, and so for me, I think he's the deciding player in how Vitality are going to be playing, because I feel like the rest of the team is working really well, and he doesn't actually have to get that many kills every round, but I just think if he just plays to even his average level, this team will be so much better. I just think he's been playing under average lately, and like I said, it has to return pretty soon. Maybe this is it. He's 8-0 right now. Alex holding this position with the AUG, pretty good at long range. Flashbang to set it up, but yeah, he's just going to be falling back surely.
I think he even spotted a couple players coming up banana. Now he's in a good position. The scope of the AUG. Oh, clotheslined. He's got 3 quick kills. And Apex rotated over to grab the final. It's 5-0 for Vitality. A good defense being mounted. I mean, part of it off the back of RPK. That round just prior, just felt firmly in the favor of ENCE until RPK stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, this is nice too. They actually had a flashbang, but it popped just at an angle where it didn't even touch Alex. So
I agree, though. I think there should be every time we do an event that Apex is out, there should be a picture a day uploaded to Photoshop battles.
that's a good idea. Like a direct upload, you know, just already got it ready. He's got just a very memeable person when playing Counter-Strike, which is a good thing.
Also, I mean, not that this matters in the context of an actual competition of Counter-Strike, but very nice guy. Very smart person to talk to about Counter-Strike as well.
Absolutely.
He likes to deep dive into the theory.
Oh, the timing. Cyber making a bit of noise. Sergey sees.
Oh, no, what? I can't believe he just got that. That is an incredibly quick reaction. He seemed dead to rights. The Shadow even giving up his position on top of Car. But now it's going to fall onto NBK in the bomb site on top of this balcony.
And he misses the first couple of shots, and X7 just swings around. Apex is going to be going down. RPK down to the pit, can do nothing at all. So they get their revenge, although that could have gone horribly wrong right then. If Alex gets that second kill, Alu actually runs into the HE. Now the smoke to block good off the flashbang. Alex is so aggressive in this, running right on top of Alexei. He's going to get the kill. What a play from Alex. Just setting all that up, that was actually really great.
He's been so assertive and aggressive on his rotations. Even that round that RPK gets the quad kill, he's pushing through the smoke to wrap behind him. We have to see this kill from ZywOo's.
No, do we? I have a weird feeling it's going to make us feel really uncomfortable. So here, he's making noise, showing the shadow on the ground. There's just his face showing at the side of it. He almost can't even see that.
He's nuts. And Alu put out of the fight pretty much immediately with that flank. Not only is he quick on the flank, Alex, but he puts his smoke down, negates Alu's position, the nade as well, flashbang into the air, forces Alu into an aggressive play where ZywOo is ready and waiting, and obviously you have to have a timeout.
And just to point this out as well, Alex had a kind of a really rough map on the last one. It wasn't really good for him on Nuke. Starts this one out 10-1-1. So I actually always try and look for that whenever I'm watching just any player. I feel like that's like a giveaway of a little bit of psychology. If you can have a bad map but sort of come back and play better later on, that's really worth something compared to having a bad map and then just crashing out of the best of 3. So I always like to see people bounce back a little bit.
I mean, coming into the series, Alex had one of the higher ADRs of the event. He was in the top 5 for it.
Well, the first map was great for him as well. It was fine on overpass. Nuke, really good, not great. And then this one is right back in it again.
Apex pushing down. They weren't prepared for that, but Apex.
Yeah, how did he win? Tell me, Moses.
Oh, the jump.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, you guys just every time you get in a gunfight, just start jumping.
I practiced
really
that a lot.
messes up with the aim of your opponents.
Apex.
Why do you think so many pros have it bound to mouse wheel?
Just in case you need it. Well, somehow won it. Alu gonna be really happy about it. Apex, probably not so much.
No, that's going to be a memeable picture. Look how aggressive he wants to be at all times. He's got information. And look at the flank. Down banana we go. That's ZywOo with an AK-47. He swapped out from the AWP. And NBK as well is going to find one. There's the swing out wide. He's got the follow-up. And ZywOo with the flank as well. Every time ENCE have an advantage, it's ripped out of their hands by Vitality. This is a disgusting defense that's being mounted.
Yeah, and it's so aggressive. Normally, if you're ENCE, especially win those early fights 2-1, you have so much space. A nice shot from RPK at the end. And Apex, excited as ever. You're supposed to have so much space to work with, right? Like, you're supposed to be the team that's now in control, and instead you just get boxed in and crunched.
I think that really was actually a mouse wheel jump.
Yeah, probably. That's great.
Why has NBK gotten so good at those like quick scopes on the second shot?
Practice?
Yeah.
Simple style.
Simple style, just practicing no scopes, quick scopes.
11-2 on Alex, 10-1 on RPK, 7-2 on NBK. Those are some pretty good ratios. There are all the grenades again, but it still turns out the wrong way. I still love it. I actually want ENCE to do this all the time. I just think it's great.
Well, they're going to be really bummed if they go back and watch this VOD and see ZywOo with 1 HP. Not that that wouldn't necessarily turn the tides of the round altogether, but certainly it's just another nade from Alex coming in. They've got to be careful. And as I just mentioned, this is a huge mistake. I'm not sure why Vitality kept up the aggression, but ZywOo, he can't get touched. He has to be perfect, and he is, of course. Around the edge of the smoke, he misses that shot. Alu's got him dead to rights. And then the bomb follows up. But Vitality have to do buddy system with ZywOo here. You have to just remain because of the HP.
As much as I hate to say it, I do think that was sort of a bit of a YOLO moment for Vitality, saying, you know what, we're having such a good time that we're just going to go and fight. And you really don't, you have to cancel that mentality out in your mind.
As soon as possible. You'd hope someone
get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean...
We've seen some truly
it's always hard to say
losses behind that.
We have, but you don't want to like tighten the leash too much that they feel really restricted, because this aggression is also the thing that's gotten them back into some of these rounds as well. So I think you have to kind of live with that one as the coach, and if it keeps going on, maybe then you call a timeout and say, guys, we need to calm it down. But certainly in an elimination series, you don't want that to get away from you. I think part of the reason why it might be okay for Vitality to do it is they all had over 10,000 before this round started. So they're very rich.
There we go. Oh, we're winning that fight. Alu was kind of thinking about it. Yeah, shooting through the wall. You can do that. I like it. There are so many places up in these apartments you can do it, and nobody does it ever.
We saw Twist do it the other day.
That door that's like half cracked open.
Yeah.
If you look into that room, there's a window there. You can shoot through that. Like, there are so many things you can do.
Which spam spot that pros don't currently use is your biggest turn on?
100% the one train B bomb side back. You can shoot all the way through the whole map into the ladder room.
I love how you're so ready for that answer.
And it is so good, and it's
sick,
completely overlooked. Utterly overlooked.
NBK remaining aggressive with the op, but he's got to be careful. One player in Boiler who's just jumped out. This is going to be so tough. Back to the B bomb side we go, but there's smoke, there's Molotov. Apex has a smoke.
Oh my god.
ZywOo has a Molotov as well.
They've been found out. NBK just, he even told them with that AWP shot. He knows they're coming. 30 seconds, and you're absolutely right. There is a Molotov. This is an absolute disaster for ENCE. There should be no way to get through. ZywOo taking down X7 with the fire there, and 20 seconds. They picked up the bomb. Actually, they can run back if they run straight away, but now they've waited too long. Yeah, 22 seconds would have been enough to make it back to A, but otherwise, they have to stay. NBK getting the kill, and now Sergey to go down last. A little bit expensive for Vitality. I don't think they care.
No, not at this point. You're just taking the wins, and obviously, you have plenty of money to replenish that. And if you're ENCE at this point, I'm calling another timeout.
Look at Carmack saying we could have a dedicated Apex face cam. That is a good idea, Carmack. Let's do that.
That is a brilliant idea. Just a secondary stream.
Like a whole Twitch channel.
Yes, it's ESL_Apex.
That is, now we're really talking.
Yeah, we can't really do that one though, can we? ESL_...
No, that's for the
Apex cam.
Yeah, that would be good. And then maybe with like that's also a separate sales channel for the sponsorships. You could do that.
Right.
Like a whole thing there. That's
the kind of supplemental content that'll make subscription-only streams worthwhile.
Absolutely. You pay.
I'd subscribe to that channel.
Get separate merch being made as well. You got all those things. I think it's a great idea. 9-0, ladies and gentlemen. We've said, listen, the grenade stacks aren't working, and what really will work now is Tech9s, because at least in one point in history, that was the Inferno thing. So fair enough.
Bringing it back. If this is the winning answer, you're going to be maybe furious as ENCE that you can't do it with gun rounds, but the Tech9s work. Sergey, close up behind the half wall, spamming through, but not committing to anything. Meanwhile, towards top mid we go. They don't want to mess with Banana. Oh, RPK's in trouble. He's dinked. Molotov comes out. That might be the saving grace, but they're all so blind. X7's got two. A perfect flashbang. That's what they needed, and Alex can go nowhere. They wrap so fast.
Those were a series of just amazing flashbangs to set that up. Good shots too. Well, they're going to try for the retake. 2-on-3. They do have some pretty good weapons here, and Apex is actually on top of the smoke. That's a very powerful position to take down Alu. Aerial tagged in the pit. The Molotov is going to fall. I think he's dead already. He has to move, and that's going to be right in the angle for Apex. That's so good. Now all on Sergey to try and finally get around on the board for ENCE. He was looking amazing already. Now the Tech-9's out. Tapping away there. Saiwoo's on the other side with the AWP and the defuse kit as well. Time is almost up. In fact, I think it is up, and Sergey will knock him down. That is going to be ENCE with finally around on the board.
I'm not going to lie. I actually think Vitality should have won in that retake situation. Not at the start. I didn't think that, but definitely in that 2-on-1. That felt like a very winnable one. But ENCE is fortunate to get away with that. The pistols work out, and the fact that they almost give that up is just a testament to what this entire map has been like for them. All the advantage, the God Flash from Alu, and Apex could have been a bit more patient is why I think they could have won it. With that, but with the smoke on the bomb, you tap the bomb, let him make the play until you get the information. Regardless, 9-1, still a very dominant opening half for Vitality. The problem now is if you give up any kind of momentum and you start losing and ENCE gets back to 5 rounds, you're going to be feeling very crushed.
NBK looking in the second mid pretty late. Oh, and he's flashed. He still picks it up. Great defense, although he does come back for more. Still a 4-on-3, but he's obviously feeling the game right now. He just wants to keep going.
Well, he knows where that flash is coming from, and he likely knows what it means. And actually, RPK is going to give up his position, I think. Yeah, but
what?
Oh, he flashed himself, but he still gets the kill. Blinded the player in holes who couldn't trade it off, and they know he's here. And now he just wants to buy time, but that's not going to work. One player drops in towards pit. RPK gets aggressive over the top. He's got that as well. Everyone from Vitality making all the right decisions. Alexi B left in a 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb, and he's got 50 seconds to play with, but he needs a mistake.
Again, if you go by that they'll play in this round for RPK frame by frame, you could probably come up with like 20 different positions there where he should have got killed. It should look like he was going to be dead any second, and somehow he comes out with a double kill instead and just saves the round. Alexi hiding in mini pit, not able to do very much in this round, surely. 25 seconds, which is, I think, the really big problem. If you had like a minute to walk around, look for kills, that's different. But eventually he has to come into the bomb plant, and that's where they're going to box him in. So here we go. 10 seconds left. Bomb plant will be going down, so a little bit of bonus money, and he's dropped by Apex.
I like that by Vitality as well.
Yes.
Don't worry about the bomb plant whatsoever. Just get the kill.
I don't know how he doesn't die, like...
I think that flashbang blinded the player in halls that was meant to trade him off, oddly enough.
How could it? I don't know.
All right, 82% of rounds won when RPK, the tank, finds an opening kill.
It does feel like that with the low mouse sense, doesn't it?
I mean, it's been the ops that have been on point for Vitality, it feels, mostly as well. NBK's been great in middle with that AWP. Been getting a little aggressive, a little overconfident.
Yeah, but I mean...
But it's worked.
His own ego boosted by the fact that he has been playing really well.
Yes,
So hard to mess with that, isn't it?
2 players at 13, 2 players at 10 for Vitality. NBK's got a chance for another one. Alu, how wide does he want to slide out here? NBK's holding this angle for quite some time. Meanwhile, there's a battle in Banana, and it's Zaiwu who is stuck and now eliminated. That's a good opening find for Sergey.
Some pretty good grenade damage, though, returned on to him. He was looking fired up to do a little bit more. Alex, gonna make sure they don't immediately rush him down, although he hits a fair bit of damage, too. Comes through, and there's the smoke there. He is so lucky to be alive.
All that attention has pulled NBK over to Rap side. This is going to be timing with this peek. Alu, he's holding it now. Oh, but NBK somehow wins that, crouches into it. And now RPK, can he do it again? The tank holds on for 2. NBK's in a good position, though. Bomb is going to get planted. And NBK wants to lock him into the plant spot. And now he's stuck in the bomb site. What a difficult situation to be in for NBK, and he makes it work again. Sergey left in a 1 versus 3. Now transitioning around it once more for the natural born killer. He's got Vitality at 11.
That is actually really absurd. I haven't really seen MBK. I mean, watching him since 2013, I haven't really seen him play
with an
And not with this confidence either. Because even when he was very good, like back in very games, I was like, he actually was sort of like the RPK type bomb site anchor. He was very, very good defensive CT player. Didn't always see him, you know, go for these crazy kind of plays, but I really like it.
I just don't understand how he's just peeking into like dedicated career oppers and just straight up winning the duel.
It's weird, isn't it? That's a grenade. And they get banana control, but there is a cost that comes with that. And they have almost no grenades to work with themselves. 11-1 first half here in favor of Vitality. They really don't want to leave this tournament, do they?
Playing like they really want that gold jacket.
Make the run back through the lore. Definite possibility, especially if they can keep up this level. Now they're going to be grouping up. Presumably, Alexi is going to be throwing a flashbang to try and hit RPK. And it will. So that's going to give them the ability to come out at least. Alexi goes down right afterwards to NBK. They don't even check the pit. And oh, well, nice turnaround from Aerial. If they had forgot about that, that could have really cost them. So what a great setup.
That's a very nice kill to have, because Alu was waiting patiently in the holes. He wasn't peeking it. He was waiting for RPK to commit to a fight from the pit before he made his move. Never came to that. And Vitality has to save.
Yeah, what a different taste, different feel in this round from pretty much every other round up until this one. 11-2.
It's going to be fine, though. I mean, that's the big thing, is if your Vitality, your number one priority down the stretch is preserve the economy, right?
Oh, I thought you meant for ENCE. I was like, is it going to be?
No, I meant for Vitality. Just like if you were to go for this retake and lose everything and then have one more buy and you lose that, all of a sudden ENCE is definitely at 4. Now, I mean, just keep the money going. You have another round here with a very solid buy, and then you have a full buy in the last round. So they've played the economy game perfect down the stretch.
Yeah, at this point, if you are Vitality, you really want to make sure you shut this down, you know? No, you don't need to be polite about it. Just this is when the salesman on the phone keeps talking to you about something you don't want to buy. Just make sure you hang up that phone. Just shut it down. No reason to keep going. Otherwise, it's going to take all day. 11-2 here. Saiwu, again with a shot through, it doesn't really do much, and they actually get banana control without taking too much damage, and they almost caught Apex with that double nade over there. That could have been interesting. Did take a little bit of damage, but if he'd stuck around, probably would have been down below 20, I think. NBK with another fairly aggressive angle, looking into the apartments. Oh, and he actually gets the leg shot. He's just so...
Oh no, there's a gap in that smoke.
Yeah, there is.
And NBK's been so deadly with this op, he can actually take a huge advantage of this. And if they go to... Oh, they're going to spam it. I don't know if they realize that gap is there, or if he's just doing that for fun, but it worked either way. And NBK's going to remain aggressive. This is absolute madness from NBK, and he wants to find something. He's waiting for them to come into the crosshair, and Alexi B is right on the other side. Oh, what a shot to the face! Alexi goes down, and there's still a defense here at this bomb site.
Yeah, and RPK in a very different position from the last time. Smoke will go down and land right on top, but it won't block off NBK, and they could wrap around him, but again, they sort of have to make their way there first. It's now a 3-on-3. NBK low on health, but look at how tagged up ENCE are. Saiwu's got an HE grenade as well, which could be a huge problem if he comes in for the retake over at B late in the round, which it kind of already is. 25 seconds, there's going to be a bit of a flash setup and a bit of a peek for RPK, and he's ready for them to come out, but not ready enough apparently. And that's a great entry.
That's a really tough setup for NBK to be in. He's got to be mindful of 2 different locations with very low HP. He's also got to be in a position to bait so that they don't hard clear any position that RPK is in. And they choose to get aggressive, as they've done throughout this half, but this time, ENCE are able to manage it. If I'm ENCE, actually, I might be hunting down this op. I might have just sent all 3 players. Obviously, you want to check and make sure he's not actually coming for the defuse, but...
Next is the last round anyway, so probably don't need any...
And Aerial, Alu, and X7 are all like 3,000 or more.
Yeah, so you could probably go for it. But they're gonna...
It's fine either way, right?
Yeah, I mean...
It's not the biggest deal.
If you take it away, actually, Vitality would have...
They'd be pretty busted.
They couldn't rebuy it easily without not having armor on somebody. They do buy another orb, why not? But 11-3 is going to be the scoreline leading into the last round of the half.
Apex has bought that AWP. Certainly he's not going to keep it, but he can't afford armor. If anyone was to drop him a SMG or any kind of a rifle.
I don't know, what's his spawn position?
What bomb position?
No, I just meant Apex if he had spawned towards middle, but it's...
Oh, spawn position.
Yeah, I was
like, why are you talking about the bomb? There's a timeout right now.
Where is that bomb?
Yeah.
Still in spawn. Yes, timeout indeed. A little bit of a conversation here. Vitality, I mean, 11 rounds is still really good in the first half, but again, no reason. No reason to let ENCE get any kind of confidence. Because again, if they win this fourth round and win the pistol, then they could be like at 11, you know, 6, 7-ish.
Well, here's a conversation that we haven't really had yet on this map. That's been because of the performance from guys like NBK and ZywOo. But you know, Alu notorious for being a phenomenal CT side opper on this map.
Yeah, that's true.
You think you've seen aggressive opping? Like, wait till Alu gets over there. If he can keep that op in his hands, and if he can start to build some confidence the way NBK has, he's going to be pushing halfway down mid. He'll be peering in towards ult. He'll be doing all the crazy stuff. Shout out to Apex, dropping an op, playing with UMP and no armor, just to ensure they have the strongest defense. That's got him here, and ZywOo's going to deliver.
He's actually pushing through the smoke again. He get that kill on Alu, who was way behind. There were two people in front of Alu. And Alex, that Molotov, trying to buy the time. You could see how that could have worked out, but it's going to end in a 2-on-2 here for the first half. Let's see how this plays out. X7 needs to win the fight, and he will, taking down RPK. And now, that gifted AWP. Can he put it into play here? NBK, he's been having some amazing highlights so far, but this will be very, very difficult. He's out of the open, and he got no chance at all. Fourth round picked up here for ENCE, and that's how it's going to end in the first half. We'll see how it goes in the second half when we come back right after the break. Stay with us.
Take a dive before you dry out. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Try before you sign off. Shit could kill the sick. Real stories. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up panel to be right on. Yeah. 'Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. No. Never gave a shit. Real soul. Let it take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, the final half between Vitality and ENCE, the elimination game. It's been all 3 maps, and it's come down to this one here with Vitality leading 11-4 in favor of ENCE, which, I mean, that must be devastating for ENCE. You are either going to have to embark on an epic comeback, or you're out of the tournament. Well,
you painted this the other day. Who was it? That you painted to say this is just the only thing they can cling to is the chance that this would just be an amazing comeback. Like this is the opportunity presented to you. You want to go down into legend, backs against the wall, elimination. You're down 4-11 going into the second half.
Yeah, you could really build a big story. That's the silver lining, isn't it?
It all starts with this.
Yeah, winning the pistol right now would be huge, and they do have that CC on Aerial. They're pushing up aggressively. Smoke on Alexi over at the B bomb side, always a good thing.
They're gonna go right into the stack though.
Yeah, with a lot of people.
Well, the question. I think,
no!
Oh, they go away from it.
They make noise.
It might have been fine if they had come through the window first. Here we go. We'll see how this pans out. No one coming in hall, so that CZ not going to be put into play quite yet. But Boiler. Oh, they line up for Sergey, and he gets a third. It's over. Shuts it down.
Oh my God! Is he going to keep shooting them in the face? What's going on now? It's going to be Aerial to close out that one, but that didn't even look like it took any effort.
That was close to impossible to really figure out. Like, they just turned the corner and completely demolish everyone. So fair play to Sergey. He's a beast, and if that is going to get them started in the second half, that will be a beautiful thing. They're going to need like a lot of plays like that to get them going. Maybe not a lot, maybe like 3 to start this out, which actually 3 kind of feels like a lot now that I say it out loud.
Maybe they could kind of take turns, you know? Sort of one player around will pick up something, and you know, next player will be somebody else. That would be a way to get it done. Well, let's see. MBK making his way up the middle. And whatever they were setting up, are they going to go for it anyway? Yeah, they don't care about the smoke. They're going to be flashing their way through, and you could tell that ENCE were absolutely ready for that. They were waiting for the sound of the smoke to go off, and then they peeked. Oh, nice shot. Every little bit matters right now if you're Vitality in terms of taking away guns. But yeah, that play was actually designed from ENCE. They were just completely set up for the sound of that flashbang.
Well, it's a good start for them, exactly what they needed. A boss round out of Sergey to start the pistol, and it's now a pretty clean anti-eco. They do lose 2, but they can build up money behind it, and they have a kind of a vacation round. No armor on the Vitality side, susceptible to the nades, susceptible to the SMG of X7 and Alexi if they get involved in the action. But it's going to be patient from Vitality, which is... It's cool seeing that, you know, considering their options before just committing to a full-blown B rush or something crazy. Not everyone's definition of cool, but, you know.
Well, we sort of, you know, we appreciate both, don't we? Sometimes it's nice to see. Sometimes you do want the crazy B rushes.
Here we go. Looks like they are going to try and get towards the B bomb site. This is just the smallest of fakes. That is not really going to do anything. 1 pair of footsteps. And here comes the hit towards the B bomb site, and it should be a mowdown. 1 TK in there, not a huge issue. And NBK hasn't been to make his way over towards Rap side. And there's nothing left for these 2 guys to do. So it's going to be his 7th round for ENCE, and they're getting started on the comeback. We'll see how far they can carry it, but at least they have the foundation.
Maybe people who are slightly newer to the game won't remember when the punishment for shooting your teammates was about $1,500, I think.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Something like that. It was a lot. So actually, it could really cost you. Like,
I'm actually really glad they made that change.
Yeah, it did seem outrageous because maybe in like I guess like a match where you're not playing with people you know and it's not a competitive match, it makes sense that you try and, you know, dissuade people from shooting each other. But in this, you're like, oh, like that was an accident, and now we can't buy an AK.
Yeah, we saw that happen a number of times, but not any longer. We've avoided that even with the TKs. RPK over towards Banana, the only one here. He's pretty isolated from his teammates, waiting for that follow-up Molotov, but instead, there it is. They're going to push as well, and they put it out. So X7 has to know someone's there, but they flash through. RPK going to turn the corner. The follow-up flashbang. Everyone's blind, but he can't get that first kill quick enough. He needed that just a tad bit faster.
Yes, he did. There were so many targets, pre-firing a little bit, and Alu goes down. That was Apex finally turning the tide. And Aerial is so low on health as well. They're not going to get there in time to spam anyone through the smoke. And there's an even bigger problem, which is the fact that there's a Molotov and an HE grenade. And maybe even a third problem, which is that csgo is still alive. And, well, that's just always a bad time. Sergey and Aerial gonna have to try and see if they can retake this. And I feel like they sort of have to do it. Like, they need to win this one back ends. If Vitality get back into this half too early on, that's going to be an issue. Good Molotov, in fact, but it doesn't even matter. csgo, he's on 1 health again. I don't know what it takes to shut this guy down.
No, it takes a lot. I don't... He's one of those players where, like, I think... He has that quality where, like, you don't want to criticize the aggressive plays, because, like, that felt like a silly play to me. The whole time I was watching him do it in 2-on-2, it's like, why are you getting aggressive? Why are you turning this corner towards CT spawn? And then he just somehow makes it work. So it's hard to, you know, really judge that play in that sense. 11 or 12-7, excuse me. And I mean, ooh, we have an auto sniper.
Really?
I'm wondering if this is designed or a misbuy, but I mean, having auto sniper in the back of B at one time was relatively popular.
Yeah, I mean, especially if people try and run through smokes.
It was never like the cool thing to do, but like it was kind of like hipster cool, I guess. The auto sniper.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. We've had some really fun moments. Maybe we can bring it back.
Here we go.
Well, it's gonna get a chance. There's the auto sniper, a couple of clicks. Oh, we can't really see much at the moment, and now one of them is snuck back through construction, so they need to be really worried about that. Oh my God, it's absolutely tearing them down. Alexi B bringing down the pain on the incoming Vitality team, and now it's gonna be a 2-on-3 though. The bomb, they should be able to get it down here. Apex is holding a very forward position, and he's going to get rewarded with the first kill. He knows Alu is coming as well, wants to try and smoke it up and block him to go somewhere else. Oh, almost catches him coming through. And now NBK nearly lining up a double kill. That AUG, the last thing left now with a 1 versus 2. And he's going to go straight for the defuse. He wanted to at least. But Apex is going to take him down. That was, I think, a triple in the last round for Apex, a double in this round. He's doing so much.
Yeah, he was great in this. You know, even putting that position up the smoke to block off Alu, and Alexi B's got to be so frustrated that they can't get off of this. That's through the corner of the pillar as well. That was tearing them apart. That
was almost like that enemy at the gates type shot, wasn't it? He's like very close, and he just like.
That's.
Boom.
I mean, it's always kind of sticky to make to say this kind of thing when the kills and the trades happen so fast. But that was a 2-on-5. Alexi gets 3 kills with the auto sniper.
Yeah, you do make a good point. Now they're rushing down the middle with USPs, and they are going to get destroyed.
I think it's done, Anders. I am worried for ENCE at this point. They do have a loss bonus built up. They do have cash to spend. Alu. Not going to have an AWP again, you would imagine, unless someone drops it over to him, but I can't imagine they would do that.
No, that would be a very big sacrifice for Alexi to have no armor then.
Vitality just really in the driver's seat.
Yeah. You could even tell, I mean, even in the first half, it wasn't even just that RPK or somebody else was having a good game. It was like 3 or 4 of them were just having amazing games. And still are to some extent. MBK up there with 19 on RPK, but everybody else is like right there as well. So this is just a full team effect. That's kind of hard to deal with.
All right, here we go. Back to the A bomb site. All 5 players for Vitality are lining up. Apex, csgo, NBK going to be coming out of halls. It's Aerial to defend. He's the only one really at this bomb site until Sergey gets back. And actually, I think Sergey's just going to make it in time, but maybe not to save Aerial. He needs to swing out, and he is. He's fighting at range. He's got the first. That allows Aerial to get comfortable in the pit. What a beautiful rotation right at the perfect moment. And then stay alive. Aerial 3 kills in pit, but he might not have even had the chance if it weren't for Sergey.
That really looked like it was going to end horribly, didn't it? But it turned, and then that was just a great pit play right there. 14-8. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me the fact that ENCE had 2 people banana. And it looked like they were about to execute all 5 players on that A bomb side. That's kind of a problem, but it worked out well.
Yeah, like I said, it was just like, literally, if that was a half-second late, Apex might be able to get closer to Aerial and make that more difficult. RPK stepping forward into the flames, and that's an easy kill. A good response from Apex, and a flashbang through as he reloads. He's a madman, and he's got a second. Sergey shuts him down, but into a 3-on-3.
Well, absolutely nowhere is that in the manual. Running through smokes while reloading. That should never happen. But it did. And he got the kill. And now Aerial still over on that side, going to be picking up one. Saiwu turning to catch Alu. Somehow he just knew that. And now it's Sergey in a 1 versus 2 to try and get this done. He has to win this fight, and it's not going to be possible. Alex takes him down. And that will be 15 for Vitality, a single round away from knocking ENCE out of this tournament.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, this is crazy from Apex, and this is a level of trust and communication that the flashbang is going to be there from your teammate.
It's so wild.
It really is. What a beast. Also, I think Saiwu, Alu picked up his pace on that when he was trying to flank. I think Saiwu heard the footstep.
Yeah, could have. You might be right.
Yeah. Alu was not patient whatsoever in that round. So Saiwu had the indication coming. I can't believe he's staying in this position blind either.
Things looking really rough for the Finnish side. They would need to win 7 rounds. And I'm sure of it was, I already double-checked. 7 rounds in a row here to get into overtime. Oh, it's a good setup here. Flashbang for Alexi, the spray through. And this defense looking amazing right now on the B side. No chance to make it through. X7 with a triple spray down, assisted a little bit by a couple of teammates, but still, nicely done.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to expect Sergey there with the SMG. Spotted one in the spawn choke point. Obviously, X7 with a brilliant spray control triple kill. This is so good. Committing to the fight, because you kind of want to lure them in. So if you die there for X7, it's not the biggest deal in the world, because you want them to commit to that bomb site. You want them to think that second player is going to be blocked off by the smokes, and that's when Sergey pounces. As it is, he gets a triple kill, and that's huge. And Vitality, some good economic decisions at the end of the first half. This is a bit of a risk. 1 AK-47, you buy all the way down with a 6-round lead. And now Alu's got the AWP in his hands. This, I mean, obviously, last chance. ENCE can't drop a single round. But this defense with Alu with the AWP is your last-ditch effort.
Aerial a little bit overextended, and he's going to get run down by that MAC-10. Surely not like this.
This has to be a call from Vitality just based off the fact that ENCE has put, 3 players in Banana at times.
Yes,
they're just saying, we're just going to go for a cheap buy. Let's just make sure we're speedy. Let's make sure we're fast with this.
Saiwu has a Molotov still in the pit. There's one smoke, actually, a couple smokes left. There's MBK going down. Alex to pick up a kill. That 1 AK-47 to shut down Alexi. And now they're 4 versus 3. And ENCE, yeah, they might have just got absolutely outplayed in this round, and that could cost them everything. X7 going to come in here with a kill on Apex. I'm not sure that's enough. It's still a 3-on-3, and time is running out very quickly. Sergey will pick up the 1, but Alex with a headshot, and that's going to be a 16-9 as they send ENCE packing. Vitality get to live to fight another day. And Alex on top of the scoreboard with 20 kills while leading the team. That's pretty amazing.
And Vitality continues to show that French Counter-Strike is on the rise, that it's in a good place. They were the first ones to give us hope. G2 one-upped them with the finals in Dallas, and now Vitality's still alive here in Cologne while their other French counterparts are not here for ENCE. It raises some question marks about what the second half of the year is going to be like for this team. It changes the story. They need to get back to that Katowice level performance that we know the Finns are capable of. But either way, incredible performance from the French side. Performances from all players individually. It was great. We're going to head to the desk, and they're going to talk us through this series.